So, Jackie, your bike, let me just turn the radio off. Meow. Okay, turn that off. Your bike found something pretty obvious. Honest mistake. I think you're going to maybe find a little bit of a chuckle. But obviously here is the throttle. That's me. Hi. Here's the throttle. And when I turn this, you can hear the throttle snap, right? All right, so watch this. See, one of them is moving and the other one isn't. Top of the screen moves, bottom of the screen doesn't. This one needs to be locked off. Oh, we're recording now. Actually, as it turns out, they were both loose. I'm just going to put... Man, my video skills are... Hi. Skills are really not that good. Okay, I got it. You can see the idle setting where it is. It's pretty close. And even the slightest touch, bike responds. What was that, like a quarter turn? If that? Obviously there's no fuel running to the bike, so it's running on what's in the bowls. But I'm gonna make that a little bit snappier. Yeah, give me a bit. Okay, here we go. Get this guy up just a little bit. It would have been very smart for me to get the tools first. 1 second. Okay, it's actually, it's not like a specific tool. It's just a 10 and a 17. You unlock the base and then you make your adjustment with the 10. And in earnest, the adjusting is so light that you just use your fingers. So I'm just unlocking them now, which probably puts them a little bit out of sync anyway. But that's okay because, well, that's why we're here. We're sinking. I'll be sinking. Clan's calling, Clan's calling, Clan's calling. I'll be sinking. All right, let's get it going. Yes, enough that. So I'm going to try and go up in vacuum if I can. That fat head is blocking your view. That's where we are. Now I'm going to try and go up a little bit here if I can on each one. Very subtle. Whoops, wrong way. Alright, so let's do this. The engine's starting to climb a little bit. Come on, baby. Okay, also when I first got the bike, the air fuel mix, I think it was 1.5, 3, 2.5, 3. Now they're all in or out a half turn, and here's the engine starting to warm up. Vacuum is about even, so now we're going to lean this out a little bit. Turn the idle down a little bit. And let the vacuum fly. sakes. So that that sounds like timing. Okay, that's actually not a bad place to base and start. You probably saw me change this from just a straight line, which is a relative count of vacuum. It just makes it sort of easier to read. But if you look at it in the matrix, which is those blinky lines that go really fast, that's showing me a visual representation in LEDs of what's happening in your cylinder chamber, combustion chamber, in terms of detonation and efficiency. If there's a valve leak, if one's running cold, if one's running hot, it'll show me in those LEDs. And it's not really visible on video because I think I'm shooting at 60 frames per second, and obviously this engine is running a little bit faster than that. So there's a little bit of undilation or dilation, whatever the word is. I'm using fancy words because I'm not exactly sure. But there's some phase in that, the way the LEDs blink versus the way the video frames are shot, that it just doesn't seem to make a lot of sense on video. Anyway, turn this key off. I'm going to take the timing cover off, put the gun on it, and time it, because I think I hear a little bit of pre-detonation, but I'm not entirely sure, and I don't want to pull the spark plugs out because I'm lazy. 1 second. I'm sure you can hear. Oh, okay, just stopped. My compressor is running in the background. It's very loud. Okay, so had to go for lunch, blah, blah, blah. Got back to it. And essentially what you're looking at is your timing plate here. And you probably noticed this. One of the things I've always found very curious about timing plates is the top one has all this range, but you don't have access to it because the lower ones are much smaller. So what I've done is with my pencil grinder, I'm sure you can see where I've been, I basically ground away so that we can get more retard and advance out of the timing sequence. So this used to stop right about where my screwdriver is, and I just ground down all the way there. And then the same is true on the other side. Now it goes all the way up to the 2-3 timing plate. So if I just loosen this off here real quick. I have to look at my work, not at my work through the video camera. Okay, so if I loosen that off, you'll see now that now I get actually a really, really long range from advanced to retard. It's not quite as much as what's available up here, but I'm getting way more than I had before, because if you look at the marks right here, this was maximum retard, right? So now we get that much more, which is huge for the bike. So, whoops, just dropped the screwdriver. Let's put the camera in the tripod and flash them up, see what happens. All right, as you can see, I'm getting a flash. And what I realized is the main reason why I'm not getting a signal on 1 and 4 is because 1 and 4 isn't running. Proof of that is this, right? Not hot at all. So I'm on 2 and 3 right now to get the spark, or to get the flash. And we're just going to set up the timing now. So we're at 0 now. So 4 degrees, so not too aggressive. is amiss, and obviously it's because 1 and 4 still isn't firing. You gotta figure out what's going on there. Yeah, we gotta figure out why it's firing this way. It's weird that it isn't. Okay, I'm gonna put it on pause because sometimes tracking down these issues is a little bit tricky. First, I gotta confirm we're getting voltage at the coil. Then I have to confirm that the coil's getting signal. It's a little tedious. I think you've probably done this before, and it's just too tedious to show on video, so we're gonna have to wait. All right, man. Sorry, Jackie. So here's where we are with Clyde. Clyde is running on 2 cylinders, and I apologize for earlier. I was saying that I couldn't figure out why it was only running on 2 cylinders. When I had my gun on it, I was getting no signal on coil 1 and 4. But when I switched to 2-3, of course, the gun came to life. I was actually thinking that there's something wrong with my gun, timing gun, that is, this guy here. But off camera, I mentioned that I wanted to confirm a few things, and it's just process elimination. Confirm voltage at the battery, confirm voltage at the coil, see to it that the number difference between the battery and the coil is similar. So, for example, if the battery is showing 12.8 and the coil is showing 11.3, something going on. Now, ignition, it's turned off. Ignition on the bike, and bikes of this vintage, typically you can expect a pretty good voltage drop from the battery to, say, the coils. This is not good, and these bikes will mysteriously run that way anyway. But your bike was showing pretty consistently good voltage between the battery and the coils. So what gives? All right, so voltage at the battery and the coil are pretty good, easily within a point of each other, which is no big deal. And then I confirmed that there is actually power from the key switch getting to each one of the condensers. Power is definitely getting there, but interestingly enough, when I go to 2 and 3, my test light flashes. When I go to 1 and 4, it stalls the bike. So, I think, it's just getting ahead of myself in my thoughts. I pulled the spark plug caps just to see if I could get something out of them, because power's getting there, signal's getting there, but the cylinders themselves are still cold. Hold on one sec here. Yeah, sorry about that. Okay, so test light 2 and 3 flashes, 1 and 4 stalls the bike. So you've got an ignition problem. You've got likely a ground issue. And the fun part about looking for a ground issue in your ignition system is it's actually only tied to one system. So process elimination, again, confirm that you've got a good ground at the coil. We've got power there, but we've got to confirm we've got a good ground. I also want to check the coil, process of elimination, to see to it that I'm getting good numbers on the primary and secondary windings. So I'll probably take the coil off, put the multimeter on it, and just check, just make sure that it's good. It probably is, but I just have to cross off the list. From there, it could be the key switch, could be the kill switch. I don't think it's reg-rec, but anyway, got some stuff to look for. Sorry.